Something is stirring in the world of Outlander. A whisper, clue, a shadow of someone we thought was gone forever. Season 8 is not just another chapter. It is the moment where time twists, fate cracks open, and a return no one expected begins. To take shape, fans think they're ready. But this surprise is far bigger than anything the story has dared to reveal before. Time is running out for the Fraser family. As we step closer to Outlander Season 8 officially, the final Season 1 truth becomes clear. Every choice, every loss, and every heartbeat from the past 7 seasons has been leading to this point. The air feels heavier now, the story feels tighter, and there is a sense that the world Claire and Jamie built is standing on the edge of something powerful. Season 7 left us with roads unfinished and questions still echoing. The war is rising, families are scattered, and history continues. To pull against Claire and Jamie's love, like a storm that refuses to calm, they have survived danger, heartbreak, and centuries of time itself. Yet the silence between seasons feels different now. It feels like the calm before something big. This final season carries a kind of pressure that only great endings have. Fans want answers. They want closure. They want justice for the characters they've journeyed with for years. But Outlander has never been a show that takes the simple path. Instead, it likes to bend the rules, twist time, and pull threads from the past until the present shifts in ways no one saw coming. And that is where the mystery begins. Hidden in the spaces between the episodes, in the clues left behind, in the unfinished arcs and sudden disappearances, lies the possibility of a return. A return that could change everything. Not just for Claire and Jamie, but for every timeline connected to them in Season 8. The emotional stakes are higher than ever. This is the final stretch of their story, and the world they know is trembling. We are walking into the last chapter of a tale shaped by love, loss, war. In Time Travel Land, the writers have made one thing clear: they still have surprises left. Surprises powerful enough to flip the story on its head. Because sometimes, the past doesn't stay buried. Sometimes, a face you thought you'd never see again finds a way back through the stones. Whispers travel fast in the Outlander fandom. The moment Season 8 was confirmed as the final chapter, theories began spreading like wildfire. Not quiet guesses, but bold, loud predictions that something big is coming. Something tied to the past, a thread the story left loose on purpose. Fans are not just asking what will happen, they're asking who will return. Outlander has always lived in a world where time isn't a straight line, bends, loops, and sometimes snaps back in ways that shock even the characters who understand it. Because of this, no character is ever fully gone. Not really. The stones have their own rules, and the past has its own way of reaching into the future. And that one truth has opened the door to dozens of theories. Some fans believe a figure from Claire's earlier life could suddenly step into the 18th century, someone she left behind, or someone who never got answers. Imagine the chaos if a person from her modern world appears in the past, carrying knowledge she never expected to face again. Others think the twist might come from the opposite direction, a character lost long ago, somehow returning through an unexplained shift in time. Then, there are the deeper theories. The ones that dig into forgotten letters, unsolved mysteries, and characters who vanished without closure. Outlander has created many pathways for surprise returns, leaving fans to wonder which loose end the writers plan to pull. Will it be a Fraser tied to a hidden part of the family's story? Will it be a past ally whose fate was never confirmed? Or could it be someone once seen as an enemy? The excitement is becoming something stronger now, something electric. Fans are searching the books, rewatching old episodes, and looking for clues they might have missed. They're asking new questions. What if the stones call someone else? What if time itself pushes the story full circle? What if a character long forgotten becomes the key to the final season? One theory, though, rises above them all. Theory that feels too powerful, too poetic, and too dramatic to ignore. A theory that suggests Season 8's most shocking moment won't be a death, a battle, or a goodbye, but a return. A return no one is prepared for. There is a moment quiet, almost invisible, where a story hints that something lost might not be lost forever. In Outlander, that moment has finally arrived. Season 8 is building a twist that feels less like a plot choice and more like destiny pulling itself back into the light. And at the center of it is a return so unexpected, so unlikely, that it changes the rhythm of the entire series. This isn't the type of comeback that walks through the door with dramatic music. It's the kind that sneaks in slowly like a memory. You thought you had forgotten a detail from an earlier season, a name once whispered, a connection that seemed too small to matter. Season 8 is turning all of those into clues. The real twist is not who returns, but how they return. Because in Outlander's world, death is not always final, and distance is not always permanent. Time can open without warning. The stones can. Call at the most fragile moment. And history and stable, unpredictable history can pull someone back into the story for reasons that only become clear much later. Imagine this. A figure steps out of the shadows. Their face is older, or maybe younger. Their story is tangled, reshaped by time. They carry knowledge that Claire and Jamie never expected to hear again. They carry pain, or hope, or a warning that could shift the balance of the season. This is not a simple return. It is a ripple that spreads through every timeline connected to the Frasers. The writers of Outlander love full-circle storytelling. They love threads that seem forgotten until they suddenly matter again. And this twist feels exactly like that, a thread pulled tight after years of silence. It's the kind of return that shocks not because it is loud, but because it fits too perfectly. It feels like the story was always saving this moment for last. This return does not just reopen old wounds. It reshapes loyalties. It challenges truths. It forces the characters to face the weight of everything they've survived so far. It brings the past crashing into the present with a power that only Outlander's world of time travel can create. And when this character steps back into the light, one thing becomes clear. Nothing about Season 8 will be simple, and nothing about the ending will be predictable. A twist isn't powerful just because it surprises us. It becomes powerful when it changes everything that comes after it. And this unexpected return in Season 8 does exactly that. It strikes the story like lightning, splitting the path ahead into new shapes no one, not even Claire and Jamie, could have imagined. This return is more than a shock. It is a turning point. First, it challenges the balance the Frasers fought so hard to build. Their lives have been shaped by constant danger, but they always found strength in each other. Now, the reappearance of someone from another time, another place, or another chapter of their past forces them to face truths they thought were buried, secrets that were never spoken, choices that once felt right, but suddenly feel heavy again. Second, this twist reopens old emotions. Outlander has always been about love, loss, and the ache of time. A return like this brings all those feelings back with a new kind of force. Memory becomes a storm, regret becomes a shadow. Hope becomes a question Claire and Jamie must answer all over again. The story grows deeper, more human, more fragile. Third, the return shifts the future of every character connected to the Frasers. A single comeback can change loyalties, reroute decisions, and reshape destinies. It may offer answers to mysteries the audience has carried for years, but answers always come with consequences. This twist does not give without taking something in return. Fourth, this return ties the early seasons to the final one, like the ends of a circle meeting at last. The story doesn't just move forward, it reaches backward, pulling forgotten threads into the light. Moments we once thought were small suddenly feel important. Lines spoken long ago start to echo with new meaning. Season 8 becomes not only an ending, but a full, emotional reflection of the entire journey. And finally, this twist matters because it reminds us what Outlander truly is. A story where time bends for love, where fate can be rewritten, where the past is never fully gone. The return is not just for shock, just for closure, for understanding, for a kind of truth that can only surface at the end of a long, hard path. Season 8 promises to be emotional, dangerous, and unpredictable. And this twist is the spark that will set everything in motion. Season 8 is no longer just the end of a story, it is the moment where every thread, every choice, and every heartbreak finally comes together. And this unexpected return acts like a spark dropped into dry grass. Everything around it starts shifting, changing, burning with new purpose. For Claire and Jamie, this return doesn't simply bring back a person, it brings back a past they thought they had laid to rest. A past that now stands in front of them, breathing, asking for answers. And suddenly, the future they imagined becomes uncertain. Their path forward is no longer a straight line, but a maze shaped by time, memory, the weight of unfinished business. The return also has a ripple effect on the world around them. It creates tension, quiet, sharp tension that spreads through their family, their allies, and even their enemies. Old alliances may weaken. New trust may form. Hidden motives may surface. Season 8 becomes a battlefield not only of war, but of emotion and identity. Every character will feel the shift, whether they welcome it or fear it. This twist also pushes the story toward a deeper theme. Closure. Not the simple kind, where questions are answered and everyone walks away satisfied. But the hard kind, the kind that forces characters to confront the truth, even when it hurts. A return like this brings unfinished feelings back to life. It forces the characters to face the parts of themselves they tried to forget, and for the audience, this means Season 8 will move differently. It will feel heavier, more personal. The battles will matter, but the emotional wounds will matter even more. Every scene may hold a clue. Every conversation might hide a warning. The story becomes a puzzle that only makes sense when you step back and see how every moment connects. Most importantly, this unexpected return promises a final season that refuses to play it safe. The writers are aiming for something bold, something that honors the journey while shaking it at the same time. The return becomes the anchor of the final chapter, the heartbeat that keeps everything alive until the very last episode. With this twist, Season 8 stops being predictable. It becomes dangerous, emotionally, and beautifully uncertain exactly the way Outlander was always meant to end. The Outlander community has always been passionate. But the moment whispers of this unexpected return began spreading, everything changed. The fandom didn't just react, they erupted. Suddenly, every corner of social media turned into a storm of theories, debates, and emotional breakdowns. And none of it feels exaggerated, because this twist touches something deep inside longtime viewers. Some fans are excited, truly excited, in a way they haven't been in years. They feel the spark of Season 1 again, that same feeling of discovery and surprise. They're imagining what this return could mean, replaying older scenes, searching for secret hints they might have missed. Their posts carry a kind of joyful panic. The kind that only comes when a story you love prepares to shock you in the best way. But not all reactions are lighthearted. Many fans feel nervous, even afraid. They understand that Outlander never brings back a character without a reason, and that reason is rarely simple. They worry about Claire's heart, Jamie's strength, and the fragile peace the Frasers have tried to build. A comeback like this can heal old wounds or reopen them. It can protect the family or tear something important apart. And that uncertainty is feeding the emotional fire. Then there are the theorists, the fans who analyze every frame, every line, every shadow. They treat the show like a puzzle, and this twist has given them a whole new mystery to solve. They create charts, timelines, comparisons between book and show, and videos breaking down every possibility. They don't agree with each other, but their excitement is the same. This return could reshape everything. One thing unites all viewers. Though no one saw this coming, this is not a twist that fits neatly into predictions. It breaks patterns. It challenges expectations. And that is exactly why fans are talking about it nonstop. Even people who stepped away from the show are returning, pulled back by the promise of one more shock, one more emotional blow, one more unforgettable moment. The fandom has become a living wave moving. Shouting, laughing, panicking, because deep down, they know this twist isn't just a plot device. It is the heart of Season 8's final journey. A moment designed to stay with viewers long after the series ends. And as the reactions grow louder, as theories get wilder, one thing becomes clear. Outlander's final season isn't simply closing a story. It's igniting its audience one last time. Season 8 stands like a door. We are all preparing to walk through the characters, the creators and the fans who have carried this story for years. And now with the twist return no one expected, that door feels heavier than ever. Every step toward the final episode feels packed with meaning. Like the story itself is taking a deep breath before its last exhale. This return is not just a dramatic moment. It is the beginning of the end. It forces the story to face itself, to answer questions that have been waiting in the shadows for so long. It doesn't just shape the final season, it defines it. Because when a face from the past steps back into the light, everything the characters thought they understood starts to shift. The world they fought to protect becomes uncertain, delicate, full of new choices. Season 8 is more than an ending, it is a reckoning. Claire and Jamie must face what time has taken from them and what time is given back. They must confront unfinished feelings, accept painful truths, and decide what their love can survive. And through it all, the audience will watch the story close in a way only Outlander can, with beauty, heartbreak, and a touch of magic that belongs to no other show. The return. The battles, the questions, the hopes, they are all pieces of a final chapter that promises to be unforgettable. Every character will stand at a crossroads. Every relationship will be tested. And every secret, every promise, every sacrifice will matter at last as we move into the final stretch. One thought rises above everything else. The journey was never meant to end without a twist. Outlander has always been a story of time bending, hearts breaking, and love fighting to survive. This unexpected return is the final spark that lights the path to the end. And when Season 8 arrives, it won't just close the book. It will honor every moment that brought us here and leave us with a farewell powerful enough to echo through time.